Imagine you've been watching the same YouTuber for 3 years. He teaches you about investing, about crypto, about building wealth. You trust him. His audience trusts him. 2 million people subscribe. So when he launches his own investment platform and says, "This is the opportunity I've been building toward," thousands of his fans wire him money. Some send $1,000. Some send 10,000. One family sends their entire life savings. Within 18 months, $4.2 million is gone. And so is he. Welcome to the Fraud Files. Every week, we go deep on one case. A scam, a con, a betrayal. And we follow the money until we find the truth. Today's case, a YouTube finance creator who built a loyal audience over years, monetized their trust, and ran one of the most personal and devastating scams in creator history. We're not going to name him yet. By the time this video is over, you'll understand why the name almost doesn't matter, because the playbook he used is the same one dozens of other fraudsters have used before him. Let's go back to the beginning. He started his channel in 2018. Personal finance content, budgeting tips, debt payoff journeys, beginner crypto explanations. Nothing groundbreaking, but it was relatable. He filmed in his bedroom. He talked about his own financial mistakes. He was one of you. By 2020, the pandemic hit. Millions of people stuck at home, scared about money, turned to YouTube for answers. His channel exploded. 100,000 subscribers, then 500,000, then 1 million. He refined his brand. Better lighting, better editing, a logo, merchandise, sponsorship deals with legitimate financial apps. On the surface, everything looked professional. Everything looked real. But underneath, something was shifting. Around mid-2021, he started pivoting his content. Less budgeting, more crypto, more opportunities, more language around wealth building, and getting in early. To his subscribers, it looked like natural evolution, a creator leveling up. Looking back, it was something else entirely. In October 2021, he announced his platform. He called it a community investment club, a private group where members could pool resources and access deals that he claimed were only available to wealthy investors. The pitch was polished. He made 3 key promises. Promise 1, your money is always accessible. You can withdraw anytime. Promise 2, returns of 15 to 40% annually, backed by a proprietary trading algorithm. Promise 3, he himself had invested his own money first. He was in it with you. None of these were true. But at the time, nobody knew that. And the social proof was overwhelming. He posted screenshots of returns. He brought on guests who claimed to have made money through the platform. He held live Q&A sessions where he answered every question with patience and confidence. He created a Discord server with thousands of members celebrating their gains. The entry fee was $500 minimum. For premium access, which he marketed hard, it was $5,000. Within 60 days of launch, he had taken in over $800,000. By the 6-month mark, $2.3 million. Now here's where the mechanics of the fraud become critical to understand. In the early months, some members did receive returns, small amounts, a few percent here and there, enough to generate testimonials, enough to keep the Discord buzzing with positive energy. This is the classic structure of a Ponzi scheme. Early investors are paid with money from newer investors. The returns aren't real, they're theater. And theater has a running cost. As the platform grew, he needed more and more new money just to keep paying the early members. He started escalating his marketing. He ran paid ads. He reached out to smaller creators and offered them referral commissions. He created urgency. Spots are filling up. Enrollment closes Friday. By early 2022, the platform had over 3,000 members. Total funds collected $4.2 million. But the cracks were appearing. In February 2022, withdrawal requests started slowing down, then stopping. Members who had submitted requests weren't hearing back. The Discord server, once full of gains and celebration, started filling with questions. Where is my money? Why isn't support responding? Has anyone actually received a withdrawal this month? He responded with excuses. Technical issues with the payment processor. A temporary hold due to compliance review. A banking partner transition that was taking longer than expected. He bought himself 3 more months. Then, in May 2022, he went dark. The Discord server didn't close immediately. For about 2 weeks after he went silent, it became something else. A real-time crisis center for 3,000 people who had just realized they'd been robbed. Members started comparing notes. Someone built a spreadsheet tracking who had deposited what and when. Someone else dug through his old videos and started logging every lie, every false promise, every manipulated screenshot. A group of about 40 members pooled their resources and hired a lawyer. They filed a civil complaint in June 2022. The complaint was detailed. It listed the specific fraudulent claims, matched them to dates, included screenshots, Discord logs, email chains, and bank transfer receipts. The civil case triggered a federal investigation. By August 2022, the FBI and the SEC were both involved. The investigation revealed the full picture. There was no algorithm. There was no investment fund. The money had gone into 3 places: a luxury apartment in Miami, a collection of sports cars, and a series of increasingly desperate attempts to keep the scheme alive long enough to launch a second platform and start the cycle over. He was arrested in November 2022. He was charged with wire fraud, securities fraud, and money laundering. The wire fraud charge alone carries up to 20 years. His lawyers tried to negotiate. He tried to cooperate, but the damage was documented in meticulous detail by the very community he had betrayed. In March 2024, he was sentenced to 11 years in federal prison. Of the $4.2 million stolen, approximately $600,000 has been recovered. The rest is gone. Let's talk about what this case teaches us, because this is the part that actually matters. Red flag number 1. Guaranteed returns. No legitimate investment guarantees 15 to 40% annually. Warren Buffett averages 20% over a lifetime of work. Anyone promising more consistently is either lying or about to lose your money. Red flag number 2. Urgency and scarcity. Spots are closing Friday. This window won't come back. Legitimate investment opportunities don't work this way. Pressure to act fast is pressure designed to prevent you from thinking clearly. Red flag number 3. The withdrawal test. Before you invest any significant amount with any platform, send in a small amount and try to withdraw it immediately. Can you get it back quickly and without friction? If yes, proceed cautiously. If there are delays, excuses, or silence, walk away. This test has saved people from dozens of documented scams. Red flag number 4. The creator audience trust exploit. This case is particularly devastating because it weaponized parasocial trust. His subscribers didn't feel like they were investing in a stranger. They felt like they were investing with a friend. That feeling is the product. It's manufactured deliberately. The victims in this case weren't naive. They were engineers, teachers, healthcare workers, parents. They were targeted precisely because they were educated enough to seek financial guidance and trusting enough to believe someone they'd watched for years. That's not a character flaw. That's a human vulnerability, and it will keep being exploited until we all understand how it works. If this case is new to you, we're just getting started. Every week, the Fraud Files covers one new case. Real money, real victims, real consequences. If you know someone who's been targeted by a creator scam, or if you have a tip on a case you think we should cover, the email is in the description. Subscribe if you don't want to miss the next one. Stay sharp.